First released in 1993, Sacred Clowns is the 8th book in Tony Hillerman's acclaimed Navajo Tribal Police series. The book immerses readers in the world of the Navajo Nation, where riddles from the present day combine with old customs and traditions. It is more than merely just a crime thriller, and at its core is a reflection on identity, culture, and the ways of the new and old world.
Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Jim Chi, Chief of Police.
Where was the body found?
It was found on the Navajo Reservation, kind of east of Chaco Canyon.
Do you have any idea why this murder would have occurred?
We believe it is connected to criminal activities, but a big force is also the Navajo cultural aspects within New Mexico.
Who are you?
My name is Lieutenant Jolie Porn. I was on this case with my co-worker, Officer Jim Chi.
So what happened shortly after Mr. Dorsey was killed?
Francis Sayezva is killed.
And where did this happen?
A Tano ceremonial of koshers and kachinas.
But the violence continued after this, correct?
Correct.
Who was killed next? Mr. Totochin was then killed in a hit-and-run accident.
A man named Victor Tedeshin was killed last night in a hit-and-run accident. Police say they still have no leading suspects, but are doing everything they can.
Who was Mr. Dorsey?
Mr. Dorsey was a teacher at my school. He was one of my coworkers, and I really enjoyed him, even though a lot of the students didn't really like him as a teacher in the classroom.
You were a student of Mr. Dorsey's, correct?
Yeah.
What class did you take of his?
He was my woodshop teacher. He sucked. Nobody liked his class.
First, a teacher from Thoreau's local mission school, Mr. Dorsey, is killed. His body is discovered only a few days later. Then the community is shocked again when Francis Sayezva is killed and discovered the same night, mere feet from police officer Jim Chi. And recently, Victor Totochin is killed in a hit-and-run. Members of the community demand a response from the police.
And who were you beginning to investigate?
The first suspect was a boy named Delmar Kanitua.
Delmari Kanichua was the nephew of Francis, and had also recently snuck out of his boarding school to visit his mother, shortly after Mr. Dorsey's death.
Delmar was on our list for a number of reasons. Not only was he related to Francis, but he also had a parcel related to the religious agenda that he had to deliver to his uncle the night he died.
And you got a phone call?
Yes, we received a very important phone call.
Who was on the other line?
The caller had made his phone call from an anonymous number.
What did he want?
He wanted to anonymously admit to killing Victor Totochin, apologize to the family on live radio, and offer compensation.
So with one mystery solved, what happened with the rest?
There were artifacts that were being replicated and traded around illegally, causing a lot of problems and a lot of issues within the Native American and Tano community. It's important to understand that this Native American culture can't be replicated or stolen. But there is corruption in the higher world of Native American culture and the importance that all these artifacts hold, and there are awful people out there who want to have it for themselves and want to do corrupt things to get it. It's our belief that between Delmari and Francis and all the people that were involved in her in this, that it was just all a web of lies and people being in the wrong place at the wrong time. We went through a lot to reach our conclusion of what happened, both personally, physically, and mentally. Both Officer Chi and I discovered the differences between justice and tradition and the thin line that exists between it. It's just a wake-up call to protect what we have in our Native American community, in our Tano community, and what we have with each other.